directly into the game because it's already underway. Spreeezy quickly, before you intro, says shout out to Tia, however you pronounce that name. But it's the semifinals for the OlimoLeague. It's tied up now 1-1, and in the bottom right corner of the map, it's going to be the tenacious Axiom's Ryung.
The top left has the blue Zerg. It's cheesy Spreeezy.
You get the claps on that one. That was good. It's also a very accurate way to describe how he's playing. Now, again, this is not such a bad thing in tournament play. It's one thing or the other for competitiveness, but I am questioning like how dedicated he is, right? Because it's one thing to do the Ravager rush, and that's scary and cool and whatever, but it's the fact that there was no follow up to that second game's all in that's kind of got me questioning how much confidence does he have in these builds, or does he just do it because he's like, you know what, my friend gave me these all-ins, I wrote them down, we'll see how they go.
I think it might be the latter. You're right. There wasn't a lot of confidence both in not going for the secondary all-in last game, which might have been better, but there also was no confidence in like macroing out of it. You know, if I feel like if Impact did the same thing, it'd be like bam, right into droning and, you know, getting spore crawlers, getting more queens, you know, stuff like that. Whereas Spreeezy took a second, was like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I don't have enough gas. Okay, I need to go back here and drone. Oh, I'm supply blocks, and then go back and like it wasn't very clean at all. So I think he just expects these all-ins to probably like just work, like get him the win, and if they don't, then you know, whatever. I mean, he made it to the top 4 already, and this is the first foreigner to do that in a long time. Well, actually, this is Legacy of the Void Movie, so never mind, doesn't count.
Yeah, who cares?
Right, knocked me to last 4 last time too. Never mind. Heart of the Swarm, OlimoLeague still has Athanius as king. King foreigner.
Yeah, semifinals. I do want to see Spreeezy take it further. I want to know that he's more than just the cheesy Spreeezy, as the nickname goes. But if he is going to cheese, I mean, it's kind of getting to that weird point where it's kind of got to pick something soon. Still no Roach worn down. Not a lot of gas taken.
He might just play a macro game.
I mean, he pulled off a gas entirely, actually. So.
Yep. He got up to 100 more gas though, so I do wonder where that's going to go into. Maybe Burrow? Oh, okay. Maybe it was coincidentally just, you know, bad timing, but ended up going good timing because 100 gas would be perfect.
I'd just like to squash some rumors here, guys. I was alluding to a kind of cool surprise coming up. Folks are reading way too into what I said before the ad break. I can safely say, like, within the next week, we're not announcing like a new sponsorship. We don't have like the new you can't get no subs or no ads for subs anymore. That's an old ticket system on Twitch, which you cannot get anymore. I've looked into it. Just I don't know. Calm down, guys. You're reading way too into it. But okay, so Ryung, I gotta give him credit where it's due. Last game, it was a pretty good follow-up to that attack early. I mean, I would definitely fault it more on Spreeezy not following up with more of an all-in, but he made the right moves. He had the starboard down, didn't really over or underreact. He just kind of did what was necessary, and then when he found out that he could get those Hellions in, took full advantage of it.
We do have Spreeezy going for that third base, so it is a macro game plus a lair and a Roach Warren. A lot of Roach builds. You know, it's either Roach build or like quick mutas. There's no upgrades for mutas or no Roaches. Like they seem to be hand in hand in Legacy of the Void so far. It needs more queens and some anti-air and spore crawlers and overseer once that lair finishes, because there's going to be a couple of banshees.
A couple of banshees is, well, straight up terrifying if you don't have the right amount of queens, if you don't have detection out, but spore crawlers come down, lair finish up in a second's time. Overseers should be a breeze easy to get. That wasn't even on purpose, I just kind of went with it. But Armory is going to mean that there might be Hellbats underneath this, which does make this very scary.
Yeah. With that many Hellions, a couple Marine, and the Banshee, actually, you can definitely take on these Roaches. You might lose a couple of those units. The Marines, if you're going to soak up some damage.
So last night when I asked you to do Archon mode, and, you know, say you're tired or whatever, Drunken Boy decided to, like, backseat game my stream quite a bit. He's like, bro, why aren't you just hitting with, like, 80 Hellbats at, like, 2 minutes? Tell me to pull my SCVs, tell me to Manor Mule all the time. And I guess, I mean, I don't know if he's just totally trolling me or if there's some actual seriousness in it, but I guess the Hellbat pushes can be still very deadly, even in Legacy of the Void.
Sure, that's what, you know, I still incorporate some of them in Legacy of the Void. They're still powerful. And by tired, I might have meant playing, like, saving the Galactic Universe.
Oh, Mass Effect. You could have just said I was playing Mass Effect. Dude, I love Mass Effect. Respect and understanding. I just assumed it was because it was late.
Yeah, it was a mixture.
I had to get it on with Liara. I had to stop the Krokus from going extinct. And you want me to play Archon mode? Wait, how many hands do you think I have?
Oh, that first one, though. I haven't doing enough for the major storyline to get any farther with the romance. I think it's just side quests. Ooh, a Natus Worm.
Okay, this is kind of annoying for Ryung if it goes down. For those who don't know, the Natus Worm was changed for Legacy of the Void. I think most of us have actually seen this in action at this point, but for the few that don't, one of the big changes was you can no longer target this before it's finished coming out of the ground, which means you're guaranteed to get a couple of units out. Now, oh, let's try to catch the Banshees. Not sure that this was clicked on by Ryung. I imagine it must have been as the Banshees flew by. And if that's the case, you will have to pre-position to deal with the Natus Worm. You can no longer just pull SCVs and kill it before it unburrows or anything like that. You have to actually deal with some roaches and some queens getting out of that thing alive.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it goes right in the natural.
That's just right where the tanks are. That's okay. The second one that's likely to come in the main might be a little bit more off-putting, but there's no way this first one does much. In fact, look at this helmet's on top of it. Anything comes out of this is dead. So there we go. New one in the main. He can still reposition in time, but Ryung, I don't think he's looking. I don't think he sees it.
It's really hard. Look
this
at the
stupid mini-map is so broken. Oh god.
It's a white dot. What is that? It's a dude out on the map.
Yeah, it looks like the minerals are just out of position. It's just gonna realize that. You know what though? There's 4 freaking Banshees. If the Overseer dies and there's no detection, they're just going to kill. Look, they just focus right down the map. Just 2 volleys, take them down, no problem.
Hey, where's the Overseer?
It was over here. Overseer was over here, but it's there we go. Now it comes back. Either way, the tanks are up. New Natus Worm comes down in case the first one goes down, but I think he's gonna hold this. Tank was in a pretty good spot. Took out some of the roaches. Hellbat should be able to clean up the rest of those Banshees. Oh, they're a little bit low on health. Getting a little bit scary here. New tank setting up in new positions. Corpses going flying off the edge. But Spreeezy's not done yet. Banshee's getting mass repaired. Last couple queens are going down. Without that anti-air, there's no way to deal with the Banshees. One Banshee barely alive, but it's going to be more than enough to hold on to this. And this was so dedicated out of Spreeezy. How many workers even died? It wasn't that many. Oh my god. Look at the worker skill. 8 to 3. It's just... That was not worth it. That was not worth it.
Nope, now he's down by about 20 workers. Down by 20 army supply. This is not looking good.
That was... I mean, I actually don't dislike the idea of it, but he did it so obviously. He was like, hey, look over here in the natural. And then watch my Overseer go to the main and miss it, but still clean it up.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, I guess it was still pretty close if he hadn't known that it was coming, but there seemed to be a lot of mech units anyways. That was on like a cusp of being a good timing and not being a good timing. And yeah, it was pretty obvious.
I think if this had been a game where Ryung had just gone straight to ground mech, you know, a couple of quick Cyclones, tanks, and Hellbats only, and no Banshees, that actually could have devastated, truth be told. But those Banshees really were the unsung heroes of the day. They don't have a ton of kills each, but they were more than enough to push that back. And did you forget to build an extractor here?
Apparently.
Just worshipping the geyser. Praise be to the Vespine gas.
Okay, he figures it out. Well, the Banshees are now up to 4, and he must have thought that was Michael with a spore. I don't know. Now you can see, you can definitely take down the Queen, the Spine, the Hatchery, a couple of drones.
Yeah, there's that spore collar on the other side, though, so you can't dive too deep for it. Hydras get... Oh my god, just wrecked. Just wrecked as soon as they spawned. Not a lot of health on them, sadly.
Now they're not targeting the Hydras, so one Banshee does go down.
That actually takes away from the 2-shot killing power of those Banshees, so you might have to just pull back from this entirely for now. Energy getting low anyways.
Yeah, but not stopping producing Banshees. He does not have a missile turret down. That's a problem. That's a problem with someone who doesn't know Legacy of the Void.
I hate this man. I'm watching the chat react to the minimap, by the way, and I just want to let you guys know, like, Zombie and I are probably the most whiniest, but #1 most advocated anti-minimappers.
Not
like,
whining, advocating.
There you go. If we could make it more aware that the new minimap sucks, increases the chance that
But
maybe they fix
Rifkin,
it.
what if there are tons of Nidus Worms stacking on each other? Then it'll be more obvious.
Yeah, well, you know, what if you could actually see anything, though? That's my counter argument.
So, like, what if you could see anything?
Like, that's great that you want to see a lot of units, but I would like to see just one unit.
Oh.
Anyways, I have no idea if they plan to change it. I know actually it's been brought up in Blizzard by some folks there. I've definitely advocated, we'll call it advocating, not whining, to several friends and folks, and one of them actually just straight up got up in the middle of the cast and said, "You know what, dude? I'm gonna go talk to some people about this right now. So good luck with your cast. I'll get back to you later." And then he didn't get back to me, so I don't know. I don't know how that went.
They murdered him for disobeying them.
Perhaps rest in peace, or him or her, to keep the identity safe.
Oh, yeah, it's very secret. You know that secret area we can take pictures of?
But we totally got the big pictures anyway.
Yeah, more like a disobeyed Blizzard room. Yeah.
Okay, coming across the map though with this push, it's big, it's scary. Speaking of big, SC2 Knight with a 19-month resub. What's up, man? I love you. It's been around since Survivor days. Tanks though pushing into this, and you know what? It's kind of a weird leapfrog because there's the Ravager Bile to look out for. The Corrosive Bile does so much damage, but there's so many tanks. I don't think, despite its short cooldown, he has the cooldown to kill everything with this.
They're a little spread out too.
Banshee's helping Vanguard. The left side is being the splash damage just not as big as it used to be on the initial conception of them. GG, well played, ladies and gentlemen. Ryung's gonna go through to the finals and try and defend that Axiom honor as he goes off against Miso in a best of 5 TVT to wrap up the legacy of the OlimoLeague.